In this video, I'm going to be showing you how to create thumbnails using the Video Manager. So once inside of the Video Manager, you want to click on the Thumbnails Manager tab. And the way the software works, it allows you to add images on top of a container and then text on top and on the bottom of it as well. So I'll show you how it works. I'll show you the kind of images and thumbnails you can create with this. And then you'll get a better understanding of how we can tweak it to change the kind of images and thumbnail that we want to make. So anyway, these are some images that I've got for some sport cars, and I'm going to add these inside of here. So I'm going to select the folder Video Manager, and they're inside of a folder called Sports Cars. Brilliant. Okay, and now what I'm going to do, I've got some areas down here. I can maximize them and minimize them as well. So let's start off with the top text settings. I'm going to enable the top text, so I'm going to check this checkbox here, and then we're going to see the settings here. We can either load the text, which is one text per line, which will be used towards the top of the actual image, or towards the top of the thumbnail, and we can have spin syntax in here as well. So let's have a look. Free offer. Click here. I'm just giving you some examples. Only the best. Okay. Okay, what we'll do is, because we've got some car images, we'll actually use fast car, my dream car. Okay, so I'm just adding 3 pieces of text there. We can choose the font color. I'll choose the font color as white. Okay, and we can choose the font size here as well. We can choose what kind of font we want. So we'll use Times New Roman bold. We won't add any shadow or anything. Okay, we'll add some shadow on there as well. We'll add shadow number 1. And it's going to be black shadow. I'm going to minimize this now. I'm going to add bottom text, and you can do exactly the same. You can add spin syntax in here as well if you want, and it's 1 piece of text per line. And of course, if you've got more images, it's going to create more thumbnails for you. And when it does create them thumbnails, if you haven't got enough text here, then what happens is the software will rotate through them as well. So if you've got spin syntax, it can get many more variations, and you can have just the one line with loads and loads of spin syntax. My dream car, my sports car, my new car. Okay, and we can do exactly the same here as well. We'll add this as white text as well. We'll add some of the font higher. We'll add some shadow on there as well, and we'll go to the bottom text and we'll add some bottom text, and for this we'll just add our URL, www.videomarketingblitz.com, and we'll add this in, let's say, white text as well. We'll add this a bit larger, we'll add this in bold, and we'll add some shadow on there as well, a bit more shadow. Okay, so I'm going to minimize all of them. I've enabled them all. What I can do now is I can actually add a background image, or I can add some background color. So I'll actually opt in for a background image. Okay, what we'll do, we won't opt in for an image at the moment, we'll opt in for some color. So we'll say, okay, let's do this as red. Okay, so I'll select red from there. I can auto size it, which is going to auto size everything for us, or I can choose the width and the height down here. I can add a border to this as well. So let's say yes, we want a black border, and this is the border thickness. And what I can do now is click Run Batch. Okay, and there we go, it's done, guys. And what this has done, it's created us 10 items, so 10 thumbnails that we can use. And if I maximize this, then hopefully you can see this. Okay, so it says fast car, my dream car, and then it's got Video Marketing Blitz. So straight away I can see the Video Marketing Blitz is a bit too large. So I can come over here and I can actually reduce this down here, and I can make this so that it's, okay, bold is good. Let's make it a bit smaller though. And what I can do is click on Run Batch again. And when I come back down here, as you can see, it's much better. What we can do though as well is we can actually disable the bottom text. So no, sorry, we can disable the bottom text here, so that we don't have any my sports car, anything like that there. And we'll click on Run Batch again. And as you can see, it looks much better now because it hasn't got any bottom text. And what we can do as well to this bottom text section here is enable it, but change the font all the way to the bottom, and then disable it again. and then run a batch mode again. And what we notice, it takes away a lot of that space underneath there. And if you didn't want any of that there, let's just say, for example, you wanted to use this here. Let's disable that, and let's say you wanted to use this instead as the bottom text. And let's put this as Times New Roman bold. And let's run the batch here. Okay, what you can see, that looks much better now. So we can actually open these up and we can go through these as well. And this is actually auto sizing everything. And it does all depend on the size of your images here. So as long as you've got nice big images, it's going to be good. We can actually go ahead and tell the software, well, you know what, we don't want you to auto size it. We want the image as the width, let's say 720, and let's say 1080, and we can say run batch. Okay, so it's done the batch there, and when we go inside of here, okay, that's the wrong size. Okay, let's do 1080 times 720, and we can run the batch. Okay, so this is more of a size that you'd have for something like YouTube. So as you can see, the quality is much better here as well. What you can do as well, though, is if you want the background color, okay, if you want the background to be an actual image, you can enable this here, then check this area here. And I think I've actually got an image somewhere. Okay, so I've got an image here, which is a nice blue background. So I'd use that, I'd open that up, and I'd use that image instead, and I'll go run batch. And what you'll notice now, these are actually on a nice blue background. And you can do this with all sorts of backgrounds and everything in here, which is absolutely brilliant. I don't know if it actually allows you to multi-select though. Okay, no, it doesn't allow you to multi-select, but it would be good if it did allow you to multi-select. But anyway, what we can do here is we can still play around with the text size, if we want to play around with the text size, because it does look like we've got much more room. Run the batch again. That's been done, and now we've actually changed the color of some stuff as well. So it does look actually pretty cool, and you can create hundreds and thousands of thumbnails really quick using this software. So anyway, this is how you can work with this. It's really easy, really straightforward as well, and I hope you enjoy working with it.